After what seems like forever, Animaniacs Season 3 has finally graced Hulu's streaming service. This unfortunately is the final season, so did it go out with a bang? Honestly, I think it went out with a big bang. Season 3 picks up where Season 2 ended, with Ralph now as the new CEO and Nora becoming the security guard for Warner's. To be honest, I can't say I'm really a fan of these types of tropes in animation where at the end of the season we see this little who knows what's going to happen next and they immediately resolve it the next episode. So I can't really say that was pretty good. But overall, the season itself was a number of good segments. Like in the first 2 seasons of the reboot, the vast majority of the segments involved the Warners, while we did get a few from a couple others like Pinky and the Brain and Starbucks and Cindy. While I do think the Warners were the strong point, Pinky and the Brain also had pretty good segments as well. I was never really a fan of Starbucks and Cindy, but I do think it improved this season at least. At the very least, Cindy sounded way better than before. She sounded like a very, weird child in the first 2 seasons, and she still does now, but I think the voice quality is way better. While I do find it a bit disappointing most of the old cast didn't return again, I can say I did like that cameo with Sloppy Squirrel, and actually hearing her voice was pretty cool.
Would you knock it off already? Can't you see I'm trying to retire in peace?
Moving on to the soundtrack and OST, the prior seasons were known for having rather colorful and rather eccentric songs, and Season 3 didn't disappoint in that regard. There were a couple of good songs in there like Do It Yourself and Humanity Wins, but honestly, I'm pretty partial to the climate change song. It was just so good and so informative. The animation was also pretty standard as well. Nothing different from what we've seen from the prior 2 seasons, and for the most part it's serviceable for what we got with Animaniacs.
Oh, that's really good! The best bit was the meatballs!
Now, while I did mostly enjoy Season 3 of Animaniacs, there is one thing that really just caught me off guard. It was the lack of modern culture references that they made. Animaniacs is known for making fun of modern culture in almost all of their segments, and I get because of when this was written, they have a bit of trouble catching up with modern day stuff. But I kind of wish they went through a bit more effort to try to catch that. I mean, global warming, it was a fun song, but that's been an issue for who knows how many years. And then we have the Teeniacs. I mean, Teen Wolf, Twilight, we've already had that. I kind of wish they upped the ante a bit on that. Still good segments, but just a bit disappointed in that regard. Last major point I'll talk about are the characters. I do think Animaniacs is full of a rich amount of characters, but so many were underutilized this season. I get we only had 10 episodes, but come on, most of them were mainly just the Warner brothers and Warner's sister, and Pinky and the Brain. We barely saw Nora, barely saw Ralph, we didn't even see Nora's kid even once. And there was pretty much not much else. I mean, we had Starbucks and Cindy, and they're whatever, but they're not connected to the others, so it just felt too isolated.
Quick enough?
Overall, I'd say Animaniacs Season 3 is a pretty good season to watch. While some of the segments aren't as modern as we'd expect when it comes to Animaniacs itself, pretty much all of them are a good watch. There's an improvement in Starbucks and Cindy, and we see some cameos from old characters here and there. I do lament at the fact that this is the final season, and with what's going on with Warner Brothers, I very much doubt Hulu's gonna get any more episodes. So, for now, we have to settle with this being the final bits of the Animaniacs and the Waters we're going to see. But even still, I recommend giving it a good watch.
Lines?
Ooh, I know. What about...
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, try to give a like or leave a comment. If you didn't like what you saw, try to leave me some feedback to see in ways I can improve. Thank you. Have a nice day.